fight that dick, fight that dick, girl, fight that dick, throw that ass back, girl, fight that dick, fight that dick, girl, fight that dick, throw that ass back, girl, fight that dick. Came in the club, all lies on you. I know I'm kinda rude, but I wanna fuck you. I'm a long stroker, I'm a fool with it. She say she cool with it, so she let me do it. Beat it like
It's bittersweet, man.
Well, so this beat is definitely 2000s.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a kiss. Me, because y'all. But man, as a young squire from good old California, this here, man. Oh man,
Lots of hip swaying and asses being thrown.
that the hope, like you don't. I didn't even know asses could do that. Like you saw it, like everybody had like, but it would just be an ocean, and they hit every beat. Mm-hmm. You got the professionals,
Near and from far.
because you got to hear them. They hit the two at a time, but then when they start doing this shit, oh yeah, man, and they like wiggle it and throw it. A legend.
A lot of them that were dancing there were at the college.
Yeah, I have no idea what this man did for like your college career. Like if the night was going dull, right? You could cut this on and jiggle. Life.
Him and Travis Porter.
Life into the man.
That's wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I'm gonna hit the pause button now. I've been doing this rather abruptly. I don't know how to fade out, and I don't feel like touching it. So 1, 2, 3, boom. Hello all. I feel like if you're near a computer screen at this point, it was breaking news to us because like literally walked in here like 20 minutes ago and like had a whole different vibe for the show. But man, rest in peace, B King, man. I don't know any. I have no news. I have not done any research. I haven't felt like doing any of that type of stuff.
Hopefully it's false.
Yeah,
I hope it's false.
That would be nice, but like I saw so much stuff. But hopefully if it's false, awesome. Like cool on that. But even still, like whether it's because the internet has an issue for like throwing those out there. So if it upon the end of this here broadcast, if it turns out to be true, man, condolences to his people.
Yeah.
Word to the fans, obviously, but like his real loved ones, people who know him. And if it's false, still condolences to them because I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like any of that type of news. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean we were in the mood of giving people their flowers during the Versus era.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people, like we started giving mainstream artists their flowers, but there's still so many artists that were not mainstream that still have yet to get the flowers they truly deserve. Like people that are really culture shifters or even culture uplifters to a degree, culture changers for their area. Like people may not want to be the local, but sometimes you can be like a local legend, like B King was.
For sure. And I
think he got the flowers he deserved in order to like really be that.
And I know I stand on my jokes and salaciousness, but I will say, cause man, a lot of y'all y'all got families now. I be seeing y'all on the internet. He helped that happened like that it was some weird. And here's the crazy part: it wasn't even like a Friday or Saturday. It was a weird Thursday. Somebody just had the speakers in their dorm, and that did it. And also, my little old person rant. Like, I'm not even like super, because clearly, we get up here and be very critical of music and the raunchy, but like that made you have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think about like us, and then like our parents and stuff like that. I just I like my usuals. I don't know what y'all be having like fun to. Everything be if you a dude, you have to listen to somebody say they finna break your pockets while throwing ass, and that that might not bug you kids, But shit, I'm tired. I don't hear that shit. But on the flip side, I can't even really just lean hard into the this girl and tell me about her coochie for 8 songs because you niggas get up here and y'all don't even make songs that you could like. That was a man making songs that I could say, hey man, let me hold this conversation real quick. They're playing that B King and I need to get up out of here. I don't know who's out there, but I know she's out there. Y'all don't even make music like that. Everything y'all make, man.
They shake ass or throw ass for the sake of it going viral, not to have fun.
Man, y'all, because here's the thing, man. Like, everybody going outside and shit and these stupid. I remember I used to live in a society. It used to be a time. You remember when they was like out to parties and they was, because she had tennis shoes on and she had on like casual outfit. It was like the booty was bootying, but it was like, and not like quite like volleyball shorts, but like, almost running shorts. She was finna dog your shit.
Absolutely.
She was finna just obliterate you.
I specifically remember, like, because, in college, I hosted, I DJ'd some of the stuff, and then I also would host, like, some of the things on campus for different organizations. But I specifically remember, like, this is a get dressed and come to this party. And I specifically remember one of my homegirls, shout out to her, she's married and in professional positions now.
Shout out to him.
And law and all those things. So
shout out to that guy.
I ain't gonna say her name.
Salute to you, sir.
But I specifically remember her saying, yeah, I'm coming to the party in some sweats because I'm throwing ass. Oh, man. Like, I'm not here for the rest of the stuff. I'll come when y'all start the dancing part, and I'm specifically coming bust down because I'm just here to sweat and throw ass. It's like, good for her. And she did it.
And you know what? Those would be times. I don't know, man. I remember a time where it was just like, obviously as we progress, you want to go get you some booty ass by the end of the night. But I remember a time you got you a little bit thrown on you. I'm good for the day.
Yeah.
Like, this was cool. If it proceeds, cool. If it don't,
you can get it thrown on you, and then y'all might end up having good conversation. Y'all can go get something to eat at the whatever is open late place, chill,
ain't
kick
nothing
it.
Like a good throw ass pal.
Yeah.
Like, you just know, like, I didn't even want to come through here, but she in here.
She gonna throw
I'm
it
never
on
gonna feel bad about a little bit of booty thrown on me. Oh man, I wasn't even gonna pull up here, man. I'm finna go home. I didn't really mean to come in here, but I liked that. That was good. It made me feel better.
Unsolicited without expectation.
Oh man, I'm going to the house.
It's
I ain't
like,
finna press you. I'm going to the house.
Wonderful. Look, thank you.
I feel like, man, y'all kids not having like real good, like just good wholesome interactions. Cause you ever had one of those? All right, I'm finna get out of here. Where you going? What you mean where I'm going? Oh, you not finna stay? Like, well, nah. Those are amazing nights. You didn't even see it coming. You had no plans on this. Shit's amazing. That be becoming stuff. Y'all got some food, and then you tripped and fell into some other stuff. Fuck around, and y'all been fucking kicking it for 6 months now. You didn't even know what the fuck that was going to happen.
You don't know getting something thrown on you and then not trying to make a play on it. How much she respects you more because you wasn't trying to. She just like. You know what?
And on the flip side, man, you be thinking, I don't know, man. I'm not saying fuck niggas don't exist, but I just feel like sometimes y'all be outside at the wrong places. Because throw that ass on that man. Like, you don't got to go home with the nigga. Throw them ass on. I'm looking, I'm at a time in my life.
They throwing ass on each other.
Stop, man, I'm not going to lie. When the club started to die off and I started seeing that shit, I leave. If I looked around, I have done that shit. I've looked around and saw 3 groups. It was 1, 2, 3 of everybody throwing ass on 9. I left. I'm like, this ain't even this not the spot. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I got to get up out of here. Oh, man, what you finna? And I love niggas make a story for you. Oh, this nigga must have got so. I went to the house, my boy. The fuck is you talking about? I went home. And don't let it be like some shit where y'all went to a shit and it's like 15 minutes from the house. I'm 10 minutes up the road. I'm going home, my boy. Yeah. This outfit ain't even sweaty. But this shit, yes. These jeans going hanging back up. This shirt maybe not. I sweat a lot. But these jeans, yeah. I didn't even do nothing in this outfit.
I can tell sometimes when it's pretty bad when the home girls are like, yeah, these girls be fake gay. They like dancing on each other in the club, but they ain't really with it. They ain't gonna dance on the dude, but they'll dance on the girl. But they make it seem like they with it, but they ain't really with doing none of that. You're pissing me off. I'd be like, I understand, because you could be dancing on somebody else and you refuse not to, but you're gonna dance on a person that you don't want to do nothing with.
That's frustrating. Yeah, come put your booty on this coochie.
For the gram. For the gram.
I feel like, is that more frustrating for it, son? Because it's like, nigga, I got Gucci too. If you throwing ass on Gucci, it's like,
I don't know. I don't have no coochie, so I can't call it.
yeah, let me study.
I just watch, and I'll be like,
I don't live a
okay.
stud experience. I can't call it. Let me stop myself.
Hey, not a good. Well, we've had this talk off air about. we won't venture down there today. But shout out to them too.
Yes.
But I feel like a lot of them they'll throw it on the studs, and like might be comfortable actually trying something, but the other girls not so much. I don't know. It's very weird to just kind of watch what's going on.
Do it depend on like the level of stud? Is it like, you know, like
I
stud ish, or is it like strap on deck stud? Like, is that like the?
I don't know. I only know a few.
Mm-hmm.
I only know a few, and they vary. They're not all the same, but I only know a few. So I can't call it. It's just I appreciate for this time how normally before when you identify something that is what you is, and if you do something it's kind of low key, whereas today people can identify something but we don't understand that it has multiple layers of context.
I've seen so many skits, and the skits have turned into like actual discourse about, you know, like cracking studs. Like that's a big thing.
Because
and I'm not saying it like I'm opposed, because like, you know, I got eyes, like, you know, you can, like, yeah, you can wear all the jabos you want, baby, like I see it. You know, I just respect. But the internet, I'm like, in my mind, niggas be like, I'm a shoot. Now to me, you got to be a fucking assassin to look dead at somebody who I'm a progressive nigga. You know, I talk about shit, but okay, you know, you presenting. I see how you present. In my mind, I'm a respect the identification. But for a nigga to see that and go ass is ass, like, yeah.
I'm niggas.
I don't know, but see,
there are various degrees.
Nah, you not niggas. You are.
I'm a man.
God has favored you in certain situations.
Because I look, you still a woman to me. So just because you present a certain, but I also am somebody there. I've always liked athlete women or athletic women or women with a little edge, you know, tomboys. So that's never been an issue for me to look at a woman that's more masculine presenting and be like, hey, I still see the womanly, and I'm not mad at it. Now, there are some that are going above and beyond to make sure that they fit into the masculine aspect. They may or may not be, but I mostly addressing, there are some that identify as studs, but they're bisexual. And we think because we hear the terminology of stud that she doesn't like men, but there's plenty of stud identifying women that they're like, no, I'm bisexual. I'm just more partial to women, but I'm still attracted to men and would like to have male energy around me.
I'm fucking with it. So shout out to y'all. I don't really know none of y'all personally, but, you know, hey, friends.
I think we got to get past, like, we can look at two extremes, right? We can look at the extreme of women super nip-tuck body, right? You got the Drake BBL abs and everything. Like, everything is just sliced and diced to perfection for you to look like this caricature of what's supposed to be the epitome of a bad bitch, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. And dudes will like that and see woman, but won't look at, say, women in the WNBA outside of the court and still see woman. Because there's a lot of fine ass women in the WNBA. Like, just because she may be gay or bi or masculine presenting, they still fine as hell. But they'll look at them and be like, oh man, she look like a dude. But no, she dresses more masculine, but I still see a woman. I don't know what you're looking at.
Aja can cross me right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Gold medal intact. I wanted when she crossed me, I wanted to swing around her neck like they used to do the chains, like a hula hoop. When she had,
do your chain ain't low.
Yeah, I don't got none of that. My only thing is, cause I don't knock you look how you look. Yeah. I just be trying to, like, you know, respect people, because in my mind I got like nigga fears. So if you I be, you know, respecting everybody's shit, you're gonna have to have a sign like they did in Looney Tunes to say "Eat at Joe's." Like, I want that shit in neon. here and ready. And I'm okay, because better make it plain, motherfucker. Like you can't be that and coy. That shit crazy.
Well,
yeah, fuck that. I'll dodge every bullet like the fucking Matrix. Make that shit plain.
I'll play devil's advocate just a little bit. Although they may identify, say, a stud, a lot of them are still women to where they fear rejection and don't approach men the same way that the regular women do. But I also can understand if I'm presenting this way in public and people aren't going to get it. Like I've talked to some, I guess they're called stems. They're studs that still like men.
Y'all niggas good at math and science too?
Some of them are. But some of them are like, yeah, but I know that I look this way and it's going to scare men off. So I'm not always comfortable with approaching men to let them know I find them attractive because one is going to throw them off. They're not going to expect it. And two, I might get rejected simply because I don't look like the stereotypical woman. So I can understand some of the fears or worries in that regard of like putting yourself out there like, damn, I thought you was gay. Like, no, I'm bi. I just more masculine presenting and I like what I see. So what's up? And it may come off a certain way or rub people the wrong way because they're not as open or inclusive. Kind of the same way, not that I'm excusing it, but for trans individuals that don't tell people that they've transitioned or are transitioning or whatever the case is, ones that are more passable. I can understand how they may have risk or concerns about approaching in certain ways and having to deal with a certain response. So, again, I don't condone it. You should still be able to just do what you do, say what you want to say, be open with your shit and call it a day, especially today because everything is way more forgiving than it has been in the past. But I can't understand the fears. I can't understand the discomforts.
Yeah, I don't like the fears. I feel like, I can't speak to both experiences. I know, like, niggas do be a tad unhinged on the fucking, not a tad, niggas do be unhinged on the transgender side of life. But I feel like you probably run a. In my mind, I can see let me say this. I can see the perspective where it has more benefits to be like, hey, this is where I'm at with it. Now, I understand how from what I've heard and experiences, engaging with people about like all the fears and issues and just things that come with disclosing that. So, not disregarding that, but if I'm trying to shoot at this motherfucker and like at some point y'all gonna get naked. I just like, let me put this out there on Front Street. And you never know, that nigga might be like, hell yeah. And yeah, same thing for the stems. Yeah, like I don't shoot that shot. I just feel like, as long as, everybody up here posting about their communication skills, this is your opportunity to be like, look, man, if he's Captain Insecure, it bothers him, that's one thing. But if it's like, look, like, I'm presenting this way, but I ain't trying to like, dog you out or bitch you up or whatever, or be the dude, this is just how I am, but I'm feeling, you probably get a little far. I feel like, I just feel like, I'm of the mindset that women shooting they shot, y'all would stop posting some of that goofy shit on the internet. I just want to say hello to that motherfucker one time. Just fucking try it out, baby. Like, goddamn, like, right. Motherfucker be like, I said hello and it hurt. Come on, man. Like, we was in college, nigga shoot 30 shots and be happy that he put up 5 points. Talked to 30 motherfuckers today, and they said, and it was some hell no. It wasn't all. They didn't all treat me kind. Right. They said fuck no, but them 5, boy, cool.
It win.
Damn, you can, if you say hi to 5. Get like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think women's percentages are going to be a whole lot. They will at least get approached with pleasant conversation. You may not get the number or you may not get this or that like you have an expectation of, but you're going to be received a whole lot more pleasantly than we may get received when we, quote unquote, shooting our shot. And sometimes we may not even be fully shooting the shot. Sometimes we just warming up. Like, I just want to say something nice just to, test the waters and see what your temperament is. Hey, you look very nice today. How you doing? It may be something simple. I'm just getting myself going and they'd be like, what Jamie Foxx say back in the day, hit you with the beatbox? Yeah. He'd be like, damn, I was just actually trying to be nice. I really didn't want nothing from you. I was just being respectful. Or because I saw another black person in this not predominantly black space, I'm speaking and you looking at me like I got egg on my face. Like, I don't think dudes approach women like that. When women say, hey, ugly or not, a dude is still going to be like,
I feel
hey,
like,
how you doing?
yeah, I'm like, I feel like, if you're not interested, you're not interested. But I definitely remember, like, never understood that. Even like, some of my homegirls, like, hey man, like, everybody should be, we gotta have separate rooms, because separate establishments. You came out here just to like walk around, because we came out here to fuck it up. So like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not knocking you for wanting to come outside to walk around. I just feel like you should have to go to the walk around spot. This is fucking up here, and you confusing me now. Shit. I said hello. I didn't even come up here on the wild shit.
Right. But I don't know. It's a lot of people's insecurities keep them from engaging, and I know a lot of people in the alphabet community struggle with those things as well. So I'll give them a little bit of pass, which is wild because there's a lot of cats that's hollering or wifing up the chicks with the BBLs, and they got the same surgery as the trans girls. So it's like, clearly they like that look, and you got that look. You might get a pass if you just be open and say you never know, especially if you in an area like goddamn Atlanta or something where it's like they.
That's a good point.
You might be, just go ahead and shoot the shot, especially if you look like the stereotype of everybody else. He may not be that upset about it, or he may be, I won't say queer because they may not identify as queer, but he may be queer-ish or on the spectrum because he's willing to have sex with a post-op trans person. I don't know, but you never know until you speak to somebody and just be open about it.
Niggas going through journeys, man. I'm still not even like a huge BBL, and I ain't saying that it ain't some people out here with some big giant asses and they look nice and they got work and everything matches, but
not all of them. But I will say, being in this predominantly Latino area, I see him at the gym quite often. Some of them be looking nice. I, personality-wise, I couldn't see myself wifing somebody with a BBL.
Yeah.
But I definitely can look at some of them and be like, that they did a great job. That looks nice. It's still ill-proportioned, but it looks nice. And then there's some that are ill-proportioned, and you just be like, nah, baby, that ain't it.
Yeah, nah. I thought about, I was having this conversation with my sister like couple, maybe like a week ago. And it fell on like it was like a Kardashian conversation, and we were like having, it stemmed from one of these, and I was trying to remember it to make that the conversation after this, but I don't remember, so like good luck to y'all for now. But it was one of these stupid fucking like gendery conversations that was popping off like a week or so ago, whatever it was stupid. And we kind of got in the conversation of like the body modification shit and what that looks like from like a parent perspective. Like, even if you like a super lusty nigga and you like, oh, that ass fucking fat and fucking and who's the one? Kendall fucking Jenner. But it's like, hey nigga, like the way genetics work. And then like, I'm really leaning on like, my mom and granny and them to fucking come through, because whatever that was purchased is not going to like your kid. And then, like, am I, like, setting my child up for, like, a fucking severe complex because they want this body type that's not really attainable for, the genetics they have and shit.
Right. That's why I couldn't see myself wifing somebody up with it. Like, somebody that gets their boobs done, maybe. I can rock with that because I get it. Some women are, like, negative A cups, and they may want breasts. I don't mind little titties, but that's just me. Especially if you got little titties with a dump truck. It's a highly underrated body shape. Neither here nor there. But I can understand somebody getting their boobs done because you can tell that they're not real, and like you can have that discussion with your child. But you get everything, like you got the abs, you got the hips, you got this contoured, you get that. Like they put a whole lot of money and effort into looking at this template, but your children are not going to look like that, and you're passing that mindset down to your child. Like, this is what you're supposed to look like at some point, or you should be willing to spend the money to look like this, and it's going to get you insert whatever. Or even worse, some of y'all spend all that money to look like that just to be single because you can't maintain a relationship. So you get all the material, and the body is also part of the material, but you haven't really worked on yourself. So you still single and you live in this life, but you ain't really growing, and you passing that mindset down to your kids.
That shit crazy to me. Like, two things. One, what happened when we get like 60, and I'm, I'm old, but I'm like retirement age. I'm like, my daddy, man, this shit still, everything's still working. My money good. I didn't made everything work right. And the warranty guard on this motherfucking ass. Like, this shit, we can't even replace this motherfucker. The gaskets blowing shit. You looking like, what was that movie? You looking like the motherfucking, robots off AI scrounging for parts, trying to put your motherfucking titties and ass back on, man. And secondly, too, like, that's another thing that I just can't. There's so many like points in my life that I would have had to miss that put me together as a person for me to even be like the niggas who are rich. Because niggas, always try to be like, money thing, is it this? It's like, bro, a motherfucker come up to me and explain to me how she put like 10, 20 grand or whatever in her body. And they're going to tell me she need help with the rent. Where are your fucking priorities? I'm not finna be with you. You're stupid.
For some of them, that's their investment. I'm putting that money into my body so that I can get somebody that cares more about this than anything else so they can pay for stuff.
That's crazy. Man.
I'm investing in myself to be able to acquire a certain lifestyle where I don't have to pay for anything. Like that, again, mindset-wise, that lets me know some things that I can't subscribe to. And I'm not saying that's everybody with a BBL. I'm just saying that a lot of the predominant amount of people with that mindset are portrayed as having the work done. Now, on the flip side, there's some people that are in the fitness industry that they get a little work done because it helps them with their symmetry and helps them score better when they're doing competitions or when they selling their coaching. Like, there's some people that can get it as a little bit of an enhancer, or again, me being in the Latino area, it's a whole lot of 50-year-old women I've seen at the gym with the BBL. And they maintaining it. They in the gym on a regular basis trying to take care of it as much as possible. Like, okay, you might be able to maintain it long term, but,
You can make that make sense to me. I don't know that I'm really, like, fully rocking with you on it, but, like, I could, if you, like you said, if you're in the fitness community, in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is like an investment in your actual, career and this, that, and the third. I can kind of, but yeah, it's just not for me. I'm not gonna lie, like, I can, like, when y'all be making these arguments that don't make sense, like, you like it look good. I'm like, well, yeah, nigga, so does a fucking, I don't know, 1976 Corvette. It look good, or Ferrari. I don't want to drive that motherfucker every day. It looks dope. And that shit'll sit right in my garage like it do Jay Leno and them. Drive that motherfucker once every 3 years. This not finna be it's a terrible car.
right.
What the fuck? It's just
It's
vintage.
my weekend car.
Yeah, this shit is atrocious.
But that's how I feel about it. Like, could you test drive or have it as a weekend car? Absolutely. Would it be my everyday car? I can't say.
Y'all don't understand.
Unless you didn't had some sort of accident or cancer or something, and you had to get some stuff removed, and you got the BBL to like refill it for your confidence because you survived cancer. Like, there's certain expectations I can rock with, but just to compete with other people that don't even know you exist for something that they don't even want, nah.
Y'all don't understand the level of, like, childish curiosity that, like, niggas have. You knock it down just to see that this motherfucker really don't move right when you back here.
Yeah, that's
shit really going solid. Ain't no jiggling.
That is the predominant amount of what it is for me. I'm curious to see what this is like.
I think he back there doing a good job. This nigga is, if I crack it from this side, it still don't move. Ain't that about a bitch? Okay, if I hold these motherfuckers, she thinks she getting put to work. He back there doing fucking angles. You'd have pulled out a protractor trying to get this motherfucker to fucking the whole cheek moving one time like a this shit Boosie said in that interview felt like a brick.
Yeah, I think that's the bad ones though. I think those are the bad ones. I think a lot of, and I don't know for sure, but I feel like a lot of the Latino women or Latina women are the ones that get the really like stiff ones and hood chicks.
Well, yeah, you can only afford what you can afford.
Right. The ones that look like, I've seen some that may be more of the fat transfers, right? So it ain't nothing fake or nothing. They just taking fat from one area and putting it in another. And it's like, wow, of course, yeah, this really moves quite well because it's real fat. It's real fat in there. And you learned how to do something with it. Like, if you got the money to get you one of those, you can pass. I might not know till the clothes come off and I see the scars, but a lot of them are getting like, a lot of these girls are super tatted up. And it's like, you ain't tatted up because you like tattoos. You tatted up because you covering them scars up. And I like tattoos, so you might fool me because, you know.
I'm nasty though. What happened when I licked this motherfucker? I'm like, this shit rigid as a motherfucker right here on this area.
I mean, it's like licking nipples. Nipples is rigid.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to licking rigid. I'm just, nipples, but you just be like, oh, this area. Oh, nigga, that's a scar. You ain't fooling me, nigga. I ain't finna stop, but like, I just want you to know you ain't fooling shit. For
me, I would think of like, say long term, if I am with this person and I'm licking, it's like a C-section scar for some people.
You down there be like, hey man, where the baby at? Where this baby at?
Ain't no baby.
You sitting there at the dinner.
What's it gonna be like when the baby is actually in here?
You sitting there, hey yo, we been kicking it for like 6 months. Like, when I'm gonna meet your kid? I thought we was getting serious. What kid? I've been kissing on this motherfucking C-section scar for months now. I just didn't say shit because I thought, we was figuring it out. I ain't no motherfucking son.
Like, ain't no kid.
What the fuck you talking about? So what?
Which I think is nuts because I'm pretty sure, just from scrolling Buddha ass on Instagram, they getting the work done younger and younger. So you'll see girls that's like 21, 22 that already got the work done.
Yeah, y'all killing me, man. Bitch, you didn't even try yet.
You ain't fully developed yet.
Like, it's some people, you went to school, high school with them. You went to you went to college with. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like, okay, man, I just seen you from what you've been posting and talking about. There's other avenues, like, psychological. But I understand. Like, you wouldn't went out here and failed a lot. You didn't fail. You didn't even get to stand up last time. You just failed and found another hole and rolled down. I get you. Maybe you just started. Like, what the fuck? You didn't even try yet.
You came out the gate insecure. That's how I look at it. I can understand if it's, say, somebody in our age range, you didn't had a couple kids, or, you were morbidly obese and you wanted a little leg up, so you got the gastric and you got some of the suction out, and now you back in the gym and you starting your journey of getting, like, it was a starter for you to help you get your confidence back and some mobility and like really start taking better care of yourself. I can let those things slide a little bit more as opposed to you just got this because you want to be on IG, like soliciting people to pay for whether it's an OnlyFans or a lifestyle. Like, you want to get recruited to go to Dubai, don't you? You want to take that poo trip.
Get doo-doo.
You got the BBL to take the poo trip?
I don't know how true it is. Did you see that video where the girl was like,
I saw the video.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw a reaction to the video, but it wasn't like, but it was some girl crying about she went to Dubai and
contracted.
It fucked her up because she was getting pooped on. And the nigga did the calculations. He's like, you know what this transfer is in the U.S. money? This shit is $14,000. I hope that's not true.
No, but I mean, if you think of it from the mindset of a hoe. I'ma hit one lick for $15,000, and he gonna fly me out. I'ma be there for, say, a week. Maybe 2 weeks at the most, but I'm going to go fly out for a week, get to enjoy this trip, do all these lavish things, play with a little scat, and then come on back.
That's crazy.
And I got a quarter of my yearly salary already made from one trip. You do 4 of those in a matter of 2 months, you really get to chill for the rest of the year to a degree. That's how they would look at it. I'm assuming that's how they would look at it.
I hear you. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not. If you gonna play with the scat, do it because that's what you really like. Don't just be selling yourself short. Like, it ain't my groove, but if it's your groove, I don't knock it. But don't do something that ain't your groove strictly for the sake of money. Like, where's your morals at? You selling yourself for material.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a professional, necessity at this point to have one of these on. You tell me you like getting boo-booed on. I'm gonna pull that DSM out. We'll start looking. So what you said? You let me go. Why you like that? What
you been doing?
Yeah, what made you wanna? What you talking about? Essentially, yeah, respect everybody. It ain't hurting, you and your partner or whatever. But could you do that? Like if your lady come up to you and say, I want to try something different, and like it's dead ass about you just, y'all in the poop play, you pooping on her or her pooping on you, or y'all pooping in the poop being in the fucking conversation. I know my fucking boundaries. Yeah, let's see it.
I'll say this. If we doing anal stuff and there just so happens to be a little poop,
see, that's different.
I can excuse that.
Yeah, that's a casualty of war.
Right, especially if we did it in the heat of the moment, we didn't prep properly, and we just got to it, and some poop happens to be involved. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but I can excuse it.
Yeah, I'm gonna forgive you for that. We gonna wash it up,
Right,
man,
right. I've been in there a few times. It happens.
I walk in this apartment and you done bought a tarp.
Yeah, if you put a tarp, it better be because you about to squirt everywhere. That I can rock with.
Yeah, you up here talking about just something different.
Not the
you
poop.
gotta fucking,
Pee. Maybe we can talk a little bit.
Got up there, got 7 chalupas on the motherfucking on the stove and a Baja Blast. What the fuck are we doing in here?
So that's why you be doing that mukbang content.
Yeah,
You've been prepping.
Said I knew something was off when you wanted to go to the seafood boil, and then all of a sudden on the way back,
you want a milkshake?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I can't do the poop on purpose. I could do the poop on accident, and I can excuse that. I may be soft afterwards because it is what it is, but I can excuse it, and we can be good. We can freshen up and all that. But on purpose, I don't know. Like I said, pee, I can excuse pee a little bit. Not necessarily on me, but if that's what you want, it's a little less harm.
Yeah, poop is crazy. Yo.
Poop though?
Yeah.
Poop is not my thing. Not my thing. I smells mess with me. Mm-hmm. So I can't say I do it because I've had some experiences where the pH ain't where it need to be and it smells a little off. And everything gets shut down. If I see an ounce of blood or I smell something that I ain't supposed to be smelling, it changes the whole demeanor for me. So yeah, I can't do the
clothes.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can still get by on a little. I can, we can still get some foreplay or something going on, but it's not gonna react because smells is just not. I can't do it. Now there's some people that like the smells. There's some people that like scents and funk and like some people like that. I'm just not that person. It ain't me. I'm sorry.
See, I gotta start because we've had this conversation before. I don't feel like it's enough when y'all like, oh, hey, y'all fuck with each other, y'all know each other, whatever. Like, you've woken up in the middle of the night or y'all done slept all night, you get something in the morning, cool. After that, y'all, just it's a line.
Yeah, no.
And poop is crazy. I'm just standing on poop is fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, I can't. If I'm fingering in there and I go too deep and it's some poop and I start smelling it, anybody that knows me or has dealt with me in that capacity, I wash up immediately afterwards, and I'm gonna wash you afterwards as well. Like everybody's getting clean as soon as this is done.
Oh, that nigga dead. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got caught slipping.
Sheesh.
You shoot somebody, you gotta make sure they dead.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I had this. This is completely fucking off topic, but I made a post about this earlier. It's like my usual anime rant, but this is one of them ones, man. If you watch Monster and say this shit is like for kids or some shit, it ain't no. It's just psychological fucking trauma in this bitch. It ain't no fucking it ain't no powers. It's just some crazy shit each episode.
It's human beings. I mean, but he trying to clear himself.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
the premise for, he's trying to clear himself, but it's crazy, like interacting and all these people and all these situations, just trying to prove your innocence.
But I think that's a fire premise. If I'm the surgeon around this motherfucker, and I fucked around trying to be a good person, like my one good deed that I went against the grain, and I heal a motherfucker who is a murderer at like 10, and then I let the nigga free, and he just becomes the most elite, just smooth, suave, completely just. They have like, on the fucking anime pages, they got like him in the scheme of like, you want to put like nihilism and people who just want to end it all. Like I made this nigga. My complete career, I took the Socratic oath to help the world. This nigga done caught 40 bodies over the time with me. Fuck. Because
I did my job right.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy than a motherfucker.
So sometimes we just shouldn't save people. We should just let them go. Sometimes you should take the money.
I was having that conversation about, hey, we hit the mental health portion of this, guys. Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go.
I was having that conversation about like, like the different sectors of what we do and how like, like currently work for a company. Mm-hmm. And like part of the initial barriers because I have like it's not shit on the hip of shit. I have a new client is older, but the client themselves is actively wants to be in therapy. Mm-hmm. Still age appropriate enough because we get most of our stuff through referrals. So age appropriate to still like go through that process, but was a participant. Like I want to do this, I want to whatever. I have a general idea of like what my issues are, and this is what I don't want to see in my life. So it's cool. Like we cooking with gas. Like sessions flow, as opposed to like a lot of my clients are like younger, but even some of the ones that aren't younger, it's like situation happened because of the situation. Part of the order was that I come do this. So how much of a barrier that is of like getting you on board because you don't want to be here in the first place and you're not really grasping like what your issues are or seeing like what the real problem is. I feel bad, but like I'm like, what you kind of saying is looking like this, and this.
I mean, it's still to this day, but as I've been in this space, I make sure that I let parents and I let kids know, you 13, you old enough to consent for yourself. Mm-hmm. You 13, I can't force you to come to therapy. Just because your parents want you to come, your mom, your dad, whoever, just because they feel like they want you to come to therapy, you are old enough to tell me no. So if you're going to be here, make sure you're here because you actually want to be here. You may not have to like it. It may be a little bit difficult at certain times. I know it may take some time for you to get comfortable with it. All of that is completely okay. But I don't want you to feel forced to come here and me to feel forced to have to pull teeth because you think you're supposed to be here when you're old enough to say, I really don't want to do this. I'd rather you come when you are. And also, like, don't come for the reason that they're telling you need to come for. Come because this is a safe space where you can say whatever the hell you want. Mm-hmm. You have the space here to come and just vent. If you want to just vent a little bit and say stuff that you feel like you can't say in front of other adults, that's what this space is for. And then we can also throw in processing how to really navigate through it and make it better.
I find that to be a cool thing. Like, I'm like getting in my bag a little bit. I got some teenagers again. Mm-hmm. So I'll be like, what do we talk about? It's like, you know what, nigga? Whatever you want. Because you get to talk back. So like we can kind of freak this a little bit. Like I got an agenda in my back pocket, but like we can kind of maneuver this differently. Like, absolutely, yeah, go for it, man. Like fucking go nuts.
But here's where I draw the boundary with that though, because you can come in here and talk about whatever, but it's not my job for you to sit here and talk at me for an hour.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you tell me something, I'm gonna challenge you on it. We gonna talk about it. Because if you're saying that it's an issue, I'm going to try and help you understand how you can alleviate this issue in the most healthy way possible, how you can respond to it in the best way possible. And I may tell you some stuff that you don't want to hear. You may want to be right, and you may just want to express something, and you may not want nobody to say anything about it, but that's not what this space is for. You can express all you like to, but if you express an issue, hey, let's explore it. Let's talk about it. have you looked at the other perspectives? This, that, and don't. If you know what this space is for, don't fight me on me doing what I'm telling you beforehand that this space is for.
So far, I've been getting that. I get in that bag with parents, which is why you follow me. Like I posted a lot of parent shit because it's been applying. Because it's just a lot of. I'm not taking nothing back. Have been heavy on y'all. I meant what I said. But just continuously doing this as I get better and deeper in my bag is like how much of what you said like that to the client is like applied to like parents. It's like, hey man, like sometimes, man, I just want y'all to know some days I'm coming in here to introduce some shit. Like I'm not doing the thing the whole way. Like I laid this blueprint. I get out there and go to practice, nigga. Like I'll see you on game day. So, because I like it. I like it. I'm a fan. I like that everybody posting the mental healthy stuff and the quotables. I'm not gonna I don't not like it, but I just want y'all to understand. Like sometimes what you're saying, it's a step 7 to that bitch.
Absolutely.
And you didn't only post it like step 2. Some of y'all done posted 1.5, and I ain't trying to be mean.
I ain't going to tell you this. Sometimes there's always steps that come after wherever you are in your journey. And if you not looking to continue further in them steps and figure out what else can come after this situation, then what are we talking about?
My favorite, whenever I find like a therapist page or a post or a fucking podcast or whatever, is how I at this point now I'm realizing, because I saw everybody who like does it for real has their own version of kick your motherfucking ass in. Like that's par for the course. And I'm realizing that the more that I see y'all, and it's y'all is both ways, but the most recent one, it was, one of these people, and it was like, they don't recognize your power. You are whatever. And it's one of those sound bites. So, me, a fucking villain. I'm like, I need to find where the fuck this, because I always just hate the sounds. And then I've been on a block spree. But the other day I was like, okay, before I block this shit, who the fuck is this nigga? Go to the thing. And I'm like, It had all the aesthetic shit and blah, blah, blah. Went in the story, did a Google search, took me 5 minutes. I'm like, this motherfucker not even a mental health nothing. It was like, I don't know, it was like I don't know, some degree in like marketing or whatever the fuck. And then it hit me and I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. Because the bag now is like, used to be marketing shoes or marketing whatever. Marketing self-help is fucking brilliant.
Absolutely.
They didn't do it. You didn't do it to them. They didn't know your fucking power. You were an amazing, and they never recognized it. Your only issue now is to recognize your own divine dragon titty milk energy. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're going to have a real issue when you come across an actual therapist that says, yeah, that could be part of it. But that part that you're looking at is really probably about 15% of the equation.
Not me. I'll be like, have you ever thought you were the piece of shit? Just throw a shot in the dark. Have you ever thought? You didn't tell me 6 situations. And in each of those, I'm not going to lie, man, you sound like a dick. Sound like a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they didn't recognize your power. I think you were an asshole.
Right. You didn't recognize your power, and you tried to misabuse your influence and try to use that to make yourself feel more empowered, but actually made you a manipulator in this situation.
You been coming to these sessions. This is about your 5th session. You may not remember when you was conflicted, but I do. I remember when you was conflicted.
And I'm going to bring it back up. Hey, you remember when we touched on this?
You was conflicted session 2. I remember that shit. You tell that story anyway. There was conflict right the fuck there.
Absolutely. But I think that's the thing that I enjoy about therapy. I get to I call it gut punches. I get to gut punch people, and the people that take it and they're like, you know what? I deserve that. I didn't look at it that way. Now we doing something.
Get up in them ribs like Agent Smith.
Bow, like Tyson. Just, and they'll take it and they be like, ooh, I don't like how that felt. But it resonates so much because I never looked at it that way. And you have a really big point of and sometimes I don't have to gut punch them. I'll just walk them into the punch and they'll punch themselves.
I will say that like as an oldie newbie, because you know I'm old to the space but new to this specific field, is like
Teenage old nigga.
pretty much. And hey there, young kids. I'm fucking Van Wilder, nigga. Is like shutting the fuck up. I'm pretty good at shutting the fuck up in general, but it's like, oh wait a minute. You walking yourself down into this, and just do it like a little. Because sometimes you feel like. So I like clients to talk their motherfucking head off. Because I'm like, oh yeah, keep it up. Let me get a little. I get a good little like musket and load that shit. Take that. Oh, I don't have to rapid fire you. Let me wait a little bit. Get you a good little speed and one more time. You got you've been good. This this third one, nigga. This gonna take up the rest of this. I got 5 more minutes. All right. There you go. Yeah, all right, cool.
I can appreciate that because that means people are actually doing the work and they're receptive to realizing how they are the problem and the solution. Like I can enjoy that, and that makes me happy to see somebody's growth. Like when I just asked one question that was way outside of your norm, and you just been exploring it this whole time to where you hit a wall of like, damn, I don't know. I guess I was kind of fucking up in this area and doing this, and it's like, bingo. Now we can start building off that. That's another layer. I like to see people get to that point. I don't like seeing people having the victim mentality and continuously acting like everything else is the problem and not themselves. Or if they do accept accountability, as we showed on the show before, you false take accountability. I should have done this, but I should have done this because I should have known that this, that, and the other. But
yeah, shut
like,
that shit up.
No.
I didn't know that I was.
You knew. You chose from what you are, and you don't want to expect that.
I always, I do so much for people, and when I don't, they take advantage. But never again. Shut your ass.
If you can't see how you. And it's not to say that everybody is the predominant amount of the problem, but if you can't look at the problem and say, damn, I can see how 85, 90% of this is my fault. If I'd have approached these things a little bit differently, I could have completely avoided this whole situation.
I'm saying,
not really doing the work.
I'll be listening to y'all. And that's another thing. Like, that's one of my favorite shits, is if you tell me some shit, right? Like, I'm for sure doing this in, like, my personal experiences, but it's worked for sure, like, in session, and it's actually, I know there's probably a better name to it, but is how what you do permeates in all relationships. You can't tell me that you are, I don't know, man, spicy with your friends, spicy with your parents, spicy in over here at work, but you get in romantic relationships and you're this fucking demure, or I'm a really soft, understanding man. You're not, bro. You're an asshole across the board. If I tell jokes here, I tell jokes with my mom, I make my granny laugh, I make my sister laugh. After after you and me go on a date and we go off into the we get up to the bedroom, we're gonna laugh at some point throughout that. Like it's a thing that I do. I'm not patient with this motherfucker and short with you unless you earn that. So yeah, when I see like, oh, you bad over here, like you're rude over here, you disrespectful here, well shit. Once this honeymoon phase over with us, I'm on borrowed time, nigga. Like, I'm starting to pay attention that you're a dickhead. And you gonna be that.
I think I appreciate, and we've said it before, you saying, like, I'm not this way unless you earn that. The accepting that I earn that is the biggest part of our personal journeys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I deserved what I got because I should have done better in these areas. A lot of this is my fault, not because I made this person do this thing to me or treat me this particular way or have this perspective, but I enabled it because I didn't work on my shit. Like,
you can burn a motherfucker out.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Or I didn't work on this, and the person that I was with and I kept reacting to the traumas that I didn't face in my past made me approach this person a particular way, and I kept poking the bear until the bear bit my arm off. And now I'm saying that it's the bear's fault. No, it said don't poke the bears. Don't poke the bears, don't feed the bears. And you was out here sticking that nigga with a sugar cane, and he a panda. And you ain't understand why that mother was peeling your shit back. Like, Are they justified in peeling your shit back? No, but you have to take some accountability and say, oh, okay, this is what I did. In every situation that I've been in, no matter how wrong I've been done, I can sit back and say, I contributed in this way and I should have done better.
Oh, I forgot, damn sure. That's one of my, it's not my favorite activities because like it sucks, but I'm getting pretty good at it. Only thing I do bad with that is if I don't have time, I'll get consumed in like what's going on around me. But if you give me a time to sit the fuck down somewhere, I'm good for starting to I'll piece some shit together from fucking 2 years ago if I like, because I need, for it to function, for me to fucking fix some shit, I gotta find the pattern. And so it's like, oh, okay, what's that shit? What was that fucking, I always think about that shit when I say pattern. We all hate that fucking Fantastic Four movie, but Sue Richards in that movie, she was like, I do pattern. I don't even know if that's a real type of science. She was like, I'm a fucking pattern such and such ist or whatever. And I always thought that shit was cool because I was like, oh shit, bitch, me too. I'm a genius. But yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I need to piece this together. And that's the shit. That's usually how the shit works for me. That's how I've ever said something. If you did this here, same thing with the relationship shit. If you like this here, here, and here, it's going to affect this shit over here. So, you know, you give me some time to kind of sit down in my thoughts. Me and fucking Keanu Reeves on that shit that you posted that went viral this week. Yeah, you give me some time and isolate. Just give me a little bit. I'm gonna put two and two together, and the shit gonna be 4 or whatever the fuck Terrence Howard says it is. Whatever the right answer is.
44 or 22.
Yeah, whatever he says. Yeah, 2 + 2 = fucking 27. Whatever Terrence said.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I got much else after that. I thought I had something funny, but it's escaping me.
It'll come.
Y'all might get these fucking questions.
Oh, we got questions?
We got a few. I'm not fucking, you niggas not off the hook. Cause a few of the regulars came back and I appreciate them and they're gonna get answered. But I'm gonna figure it, what y'all scared of? I ain't even said nothing crazy to y'all in a while. Well, I'll take that back. I ain't said nothing crazy to y'all questions in a while.
I'm about to say I think we've lightened up a bit. Cause I think even the post, like, we used to hit him with a whole bunch of silliness or goofiness or whatever the fuck, and then a sprinkle or some. Now it's just like one and a whole bunch of sprinkles of some intellectual stuff, and then a little bit of more goofy stuff, and then some, like, we evening it out a little bit more. So
I'm not gonna hold you. Like I said, I've had some time. I've graduated. I got time to focus on instead of just throwing content, I could put a little thought behind it.
Shining up the gauntlet.
And heaven forbid, we have a collab day where we was talking some shit and I get an inspiration. And Instagram did this fucking diabolical shit where they let you get 20 things. I'm finna clear this fucking phone out. That shit the other day was diabolical. I didn't even know you could do that. I looked at another shit and I said, this motherfucker got 20 things. And then the shit popped up and you could do that. Boy, I was in the zone. I was like, oh, I did watch that shit the other day. Charleston White called y'all bad parents and shit.
I mean,
I be on the fence with him because like sometimes he say some shit that's wild, but like he say a lot of shit. That I'm like, damn,
human. What's the saying? A broken clock is right twice a day.
But he right more than twice a day.
Yeah, he not a broken clock. Yeah, he just a clock that you don't like listening to. And he might be like what's it called? The cuckoo. The what's the ones that used to have the things? The cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
He's one of those where like it's annoying because it's always making noise, but the shit is kind of letting you know what's up.
And here's the thing with him, to where like, because now I've clipped enough stuff where he pops up in the algorithm, but there's whole interviews where I have to like, because even me, I used to be like, he wild, but he say cool shit. But I've seen enough interviews now. I was like, this nigga got whole interviews where he just be a coherent person, and in those, the nigga's like, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, I'm bullshit. Like I'm legit being a character, but you niggas don't whatever. And I was like, oh fuck.
On certain platforms, he's definitely way more ignorant and doing what we expect him to do. And then on other platforms, he's like, no, I've been here the whole hour and a half and I ain't said no crazy shit.
Here's the fucked up funny part, to be transparent. I was like, he's me.
I'm about to say, we do the same shit to a degree.
I was like, I fucking resonate. I was like, this nigga is me. Because using this last post as a fucking barometer, I specifically, if I had another I didn't have a bunch, but I had like 2 or 3 like responses about whichever of the sexual ones, because all I posted in my story was the sexual ones. So it was like missionary and feet post, and I was like, it would take you 4 seconds to swipe right, like the next thing. But I appreciate it because that guy, it was motherfuckers who like follow, and it was like, you know, young do dirty poop butt, and it was like, yeah, freak nasty shit. I was like, thanks, bro, because that's not what the fuck the point is. But go ahead, because
You just saw that one post and kept going.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep using that shit. That's gonna keep going up. Wow. Yes, I do subscribe to the missionary feet in the mouth combo.
Absolutely.
I also subscribe to the post that says, you know, y'all, that breadwinner shit is killing niggas. So, you know,
For centuries, not even some new shit. Like, it's been killing people. But, you know, hey, go off.
You know, I mean, yeah.
Attention grabbers.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, we could also one of these days, you know, because now, you know, niggas got free minds. I'm gonna get back into talking about, you know, some shit that Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about, you know, yesterday or whatever, and existential shit. But I'm gonna always come back and kick y'all in the head with that because does it bother me that much? Not really in my real life, because I'm not talking to none of y'all. But you know, I want my community to do better, and I just really I'm sincere, and I believe that the shit that y'all do is like not good.
Y'all are killing each
for
other.
for fucking people, but also
Job security for me. But
Yeah,
I
for
want y'all
sure.
to be better.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm just.
What would fucking Duval say this week? I'm so glad I got an old lady because I wouldn't dare settle down with none of you. Like,
Yeah,
just looking at the climate, I wouldn't dare. I'm glad that I have a woman that understands me and we can dibble and dabble together or separately, and there's no issue whatsoever. And low key, shout out to him for low key promoting non-conventional relationships.
Hey, look, man, little Duval out here with a woman and they eat coochie together, and you up here trying to get her to watch anime with you, man. You know, I'm just saying, like, the sky's the limit. Love yourself.
She eat coochie with him. She fine if he participate and she ain't involved, as long as she knows. She be in the same house with him and know that he gonna do a little something, and don't even try to be involved. Sometimes she ain't never got to be posted. She don't care if don't nobody see her or know that she exists at all. She is comfortable. He done helped her have a business and don't nobody even know what she look like.
Oh, I saw. I mean, okay, and then I'll probably try to wrap this up. But the conversation today, two fucking day, having this conversation, and before I want to preface this, my sister is 27 years old, and some of y'all up here 38 talking about, you know, whatever. Not to say you can't like a song, but y'all be like, y'all be mentally there. You know, I'm not. It's not just one way. Cause some of you niggas is like 44, and you like, you know, sagging, talking about you finna hit a lick. Go to your job.
Gotta get
James.
your bag.
Your name is James. Take yourself to work, nigga. Anyways, but just about people's like weird perceptions and shit, like online, or what people find like important. I'm not saying you should ever like, you know, there's a difference between somebody being like, you know, private and then somebody, I'm hiding you from the world or whatever, and weird like fucking dynamics, and just the I think this is one that has to be one of my most consistent rants of judging celebrity shit and how rare they are in general, and applying that to like normal relationships in the stupidest of standards. Like to look at, we were using like Rihanna and fucking, we were talking about Drake being a cornball. Just want that out there, that we started off with Drake being fucking weird. For his like relationship shit, you know, all of us have listened to his music. That doesn't mean we take away from the weird shit. But using that spiraled into a conversation about Rihanna and Chris Brown and that situation, and her as like, you know, and we're gonna not even use the little mental health thing that she has a perspective. She's just a good, smart fucking person, and it's like not taking away from what Chris did, but the way we hold that over a nigga head that happened when they were like fucking, you know, 18 or 19. Like he hasn't, and he's had his spurts over, but people use that as a way to fucking like hate the nigga on that specific event with no context, but will give context to, I don't know, man. The fucking, I saw like my grandma was like flipping channels the other day, and like Basketball Wives came up, and I was like, these motherfuckers are 48 and up here looking like doofs, but because they got a bag, they're corny. I feel like, why don't y'all ladies call y'all corny people corny? I call these niggas corny. Y'all don't never. It's just, if that works for her, it doesn't. We got to stop that. It don't work.
They are on national television seeing how it doesn't work for them.
Yeah, y'all got to.
And y'all want to be like them or entertained by them, and you can clearly see that their mindset does not work on any level. I understand why the NBA niggas never married you or left you after they did.
Call these motherfuckers losers. Anyways, discussing like how the community tried to talk about ASAP being with Rihanna, like that can't just be like a cool, loving relationship. And one, the man, while he might not be, nobody's $1 billion is such a fucking rarefied air, but as if he's not like a solid millionaire, not like a nigga who's flirting with $1 million and sneeze tomorrow and it's gone. Like, nah, like they're legitimately in the space where, the money just like wouldn't even be an option. I like you being everybody in their own millionaire space, and how that would, if we're talking about, proper relationship dynamics and what, real provide. And it's like, you see this nigga all the time, like with his son. So you're able to, provide presents. Y'all got the money's out the way. So now you get to really be like, oh, you're going to be there for like events. He'll, you can teach him lessons and all this other shit and cool. And, fake feministy people or whatever. But like, you have a woman in like a position of power and you shit on her getting a nigga who respects her at that level. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? So I don't know. Like it's always refreshing to hear somebody say that.
It's the same people that, I'm supposed to be for women's rights, but I'll vote for Trump as opposed to voting for Kamala because she's insert all these negative things we say about her. But you have 4 times as much negative things to say about Trump, but because she's a woman, the contradictory.
Nut ass niggas, man.
The world is sick, and that's why we're here to help you.
Do my best. And now, it's question time. Time for y'all to ask us to answer shit. Question time.
Should we have Beef come in and do like ad libs for that song since that's like his shit?
I'm never opposed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not opposed to literally anything We Don't Make the Rules does. Like the whole fucking group. Like it's a chaotic brotherhood around these parts. And I'm here for it. Cause I like everybody posting their like story. Cause it's nice to know that for years, an absolute menace. Nigga has been a menace for multiple years. And I feel validated. I feel supported. It feels very good. Just fucking chaos. We didn't had Felix just been like holding niggas at gunpoint to do reels and shit. Yeah, fuck yeah. Support the dogs.
Absolutely.
Support the homies.
Literally. We don't make the bros. Shout out to them.
Yeah, Dre running fucking marathons and pulling up to the pod sweaty.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. I mean,
I'm sweating right now.
Felix getting his fitness on too. Shout out to him.
Everybody is. They could be up in the morning. Yeah, we up in the morning doing shit. Picking up weights and fucking running and sweating and niggas is doing their steps and we stretching still and shit. Early, we old as fuck, bro. Just everybody doing early morning fitness. Me, fucking you, goddamn Keith up here being a full-time father. Holding his son. It was like fucking 2 a.m. Nigga was hooping at 5. Keith built different. That's a crazy nigga, man.
I mean, hey, he got it.
All right. Question 1. How are we grading summer 2024, gentlemen? It's hot.
I mean, what's grading it on what scale?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we do that. Cause
y'all got to provide context in these questions.
Because I wasn't outside. My summer was spent bettering my life. Yeah, so
same here.
Yeah, I was trying to get some shit.
My summer has for sure been indoors.
Yep, I'm trying to do so. I was trying to do some shit, and I'm trying to do some more shit. I got some other shit still to do, but that I was getting a huge thing out the way. So in that regard, summer was fire. I got some shit done. Made some monumental jumps. Other than that, it was too hot. I don't know what y'all was doing outside. I don't want my drawers to touch my ass, so I ain't really been wearing them.
I ain't worn drawers since like 2015.
Yeah, I've been free balling it for a while.
For a minute, but
so
yeah, no, same here. Like summer for me started independent practice in the summer, accepting insurance clients in the summer. Like, summer has been me trying to progress in different areas and releasing some bullshit and getting over some bullshit and all this other stuff. It's been more about growth than kicking it. And to be honest, the more I see y'all kicking it, the more I see y'all as clients. So I'm cool kind of being off to myself and like tapping in when I need to tap in and keeping my distance from all the other stuff. Like, yeah, so in that regard, it's been good. I appreciate what this summer has been and will continue to be for me because we still got, 4 weeks left?
Yep.
So I'll take it for sure. But as far as the outness, the OUT, not the OWT, nah. Actually, on both accounts, both words, nah.
Y'all hear about the ballerina who got 12 years in prison for donating $12 to Ukraine? What?
No, you want to tell us about it?
American ballerina with Maryland ties.
They added us in the post?
Nah, I just went to Google and looked it up. American ballerina with Maryland ties gets 12-year Russian prison sentence for treason. Baltimore, Russian-American dual citizen Ksenia Catalina, a ballerina who has ties to Maryland, was handed a 12-year prison sentence on Thursday for treason in Russia. What the fuck?
So she's in Russia and made the donation while in Russia?
I'm pleading to the American government.
Because it's saying she has ties to Maryland, which to me says that she's not in Maryland.
Carolina is originally from Russia, but became a U.S. citizen 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was detained in Russia while visiting family in January after authorities there discovered she donated $51 to a U.S.-based charity that gives aid to Ukraine. Her family hoped she would be freed 2 weeks ago during a major U.S.-Russian prisoner swap, but her trial date fell after the exchange. Damn.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
For me, and I'm not saying this to blame her or that she did anything wrong, but if you from Russia,
you can't fuck around.
You know how Russia get down. You should know I'm not taking my ass back there.
Yeah.
I support Ukraine, and I know, I donate. I don't even want to go visit. If I can fly my family out here to visit me, or we fly somewhere. But no, when you know it's hot there, you don't do some shit and then fly back into the hotness. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So not to say that it's a dummy move on her end, because she may think that nobody's going to see it. I'm just donating. It's really harmless. It's not that big a deal. I'm just trying to do something that's right.
Russia crazy for that though.
But that's what I'm saying. You're Russian. You're from Russia. You know how Russia get down. It's not the time to set foot in Russia. I understand that's your family, but if you are out and you are actively like, I'm from here, but I don't support what they doing at all, don't set foot over there.
I guess they're both kind of the same question, but make sure we shoot at both groups specifically. Do the gender war potters know their social security numbers got leaked too? Do the relationship losers disguised as gurus know their SSI number got leaked too? I imagine they should. All of our shit apparently got leaked. Everybody know everything.
Everybody's stuff. If you think this is the first time somebody's got a hold of your shit, you are sadly mistaken.
I feel like we all got to come together at this point. Just stop paying that shit.
Yeah,
just stop paying it. Everybody stop paying that shit.
Stop paying taxes. Stop paying all that.
They don't pay none of that shit
because it's all a bunch of bullshit to begin with.
Yeah,
I understand the systems that we have to function within, but if we really banded together to try to create some changes, we really could.
Yeah, just flip that shit over.
But it's a lot of people. Here's my, since we talk about being hypocritical, here's my hypocritical aspect of
goddamn
one hit a quitter.
Shit.
Boy, backhand too.
Yeah, he didn't even fucking. I'm forgetting who the fucking villain is. I done seen 3 niggas who I didn't think was I remember when I started watching it, who was crazy as hell. But not everybody fucking.
Everybody losing their shit. But for black folks, we will celebrate and uplift music for scamming. We'll joke about like it's hard out here. Shit, I need to turn into one of the scammers. This, that, and the other. Blah blah blah. We don't call out the scammers. Like we know niggas that's scamming. You know the people that's scamming and on bullshit, and we don't treat them like, if we treat them like the pedophiles and like, oh, you out here stealing people's identity and doing this fuck shit, yeah, whoop his ass in the street and rob him. People would stop doing it, but we don't. We celebrate it, we uplift it because it's considered getting to the bag, or you know, the scammers are balling and all that other stuff. Same thing we used to do with the drug dealers.
Scam the people who need to be scammed.
Y'all don't. Yeah, we are scamming each other to stay. Like, yeah, you got a Hellcat, but you still stay in the same neighborhood as the niggas you scammed, as if you did something right. Or kind of like, I don't know if you've seen Beekeeper.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen people talk about that.
Fucking Jason Statham. He's basically like going on this rampage because it's this major company that's scamming old people out of their checks and stealing their information and like cleaning their accounts out. But it's like, you know, people that make money off of scamming other people. Like, you're not scamming the Trumps. You're not scamming the white folks in Santa Clarita or in Orange County that got enough money to buy a tricked out truck and put all types of Trump flags on it. Scam them. Take some money from them. You are not taking money from them. You're taking money from people that are trying to make a decent living out of nothing.
Yeah, crack that nigga Elon in them.
Yeah.
Crack the powers that be.
I can't get mad at us because we'll be like, damn, our shit gets leaked and we get mad at this and we get mad at that. But we're not mad at the people that are actually contributing to the behavior. So if you're going to be upset about your shit getting leaked and somebody possibly stealing your identity, just pull up on that nigga in your neighborhood that's selling fake identifications. A lot of us know a couple, not to say that it's just them, but I'm pretty sure y'all know some of the Latino or the foreign homies that can get you a social security, you know, even though you ain't really a citizen. They can get you the paperwork that you need to be here and look like you. So like people know people that are actually doing that. If you you're really mad, pull up on that nigga and punch him in the face. You ain't say you got to rat him out, but punch him in the face and let him know that shit ain't cool. Steal Alan Weisenheimer's ID as opposed to stealing, Etta May.
I can't think of anything. Laugh out loud. Thanks for that. Appreciate you.
I knew.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was the other one because I saw 3 of the other one and I was like, I expect that from them.
Oh yeah, no, nope.
This one, they trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you slide on that.
Maybe we got to do an anonymous one. Y'all don't like knowing this, y'all?
No, because some of them know. They don't care. We know them and they know. But for you, your ass can definitely think of something. You always got something to say.
You haven't said them.
You didn't say it, but you always got something to say. I know that for a fact. We've had that discussion. So I know you could have thought of something. You just trying to be funny, and I'll allow it this time.
Why is it easier to give grace to our friends/family with their mental health, but not strangers?
Because we have implicit biases.
Yeah, I don't know them niggas. Like, you know, and I'm not saying that like it's correct, but like, you know, if my, my mom and my sister, this nigga right here, this nigga pop up bipolar tomorrow, like, you know, schizophrenic today, like I'm gonna figure it out. There's a stranger like across the street, and like I'm empathetic in general as a person. I'm double, triple as a occupational hazard, but like, you know, yeah, it's not the same. It's just the relationship you have with those people. Yeah, it puts you in you're biased as fuck. Like I love them. Right. I love these people, and you know, indefinitely. So
right, I don't think it's entirely a bad thing to have that bias, because if you spend your time worried about everybody's mental, like I'm a therapist and I'm not worried about everybody's mental health. I would like to contribute to everybody understanding mental health and go on their own personal journey, whatever that looks like. I will encourage mental health and progress and things of that nature. I will be a resource if I can or if I need to. But I'm not worried about everybody's mental health because I'm going to overextend myself if I do. I see too much shit that I don't want to see that needs fixing. So if I feel like I have to fix it all or I have to care about it all equally, one, I'm not doing what I preach, which is exercising proper boundaries. I'm overstepping my own boundaries to care more about something that I really don't have any control over. And I feel like if I care too much about somebody else's journey more than they do, that's me essentially like trying to play God.
On the fucking next episode of topics we talk about all the time is leaving that motherfucker right over there because that ain't my motherfucker. Overextension.
Right. I respect your journey enough to recognize that you are exactly where you need to be. And if I can be a resource, I will. But that doesn't mean I need to be the resource or be all of your resources.
That's that shit Bun B says. Like, he was talking about like family members, but I think that across any relationship, like family relationships, romantic relationships, it's one thing to fuck with like potential. But once you start leaning into crutch territory, you got to figure some shit out.
Absolutely.
Hey, you got to get that shit. You got to get that shit the fuck up off you.
Right. I'll express. Here's how you can have empathy and care about somebody's mental health and have boundaries. One of the dudes in this neighborhood, he an alcoholic and he out on the street and he be struggling with substances and whatnot. Do I have resources that I can help him with? Sure, if he wanted them. But you know how I help him? I acknowledge him. Everybody else may look at him because he be fucking shit up in the neighborhood or just pass by him because he dirty and be doing shit that don't make no goddamn sense. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact I'm one of few people that he speaks Spanish. He don't speak no English, but he'll see me. He be like, hey, buenos dias. And we fist bump each other and I keep walking on my way to the gym. But I acknowledge him as a human being. Like, I know you going through something, but I see you. And I just want to say, hey, have a good day. Hey, how's it going? And sometimes that enough is like, sometimes he'll come out of whatever he's in and recognizes me because it ain't too many muscular, dark-skinned niggas with locks walking around this neighborhood. But he'll come out of it enough to like smile or shake his head or say what's up or dap me or whatever. But just that little bit can contribute to him becoming better over time.
I think people sleep on that like a little bit. Like I know it's talked about a lot, and I feel like sometimes they make it sound hokey, but as much as I do like to kick y'all backs in for doing like bare minimum, that is helpful. If that's the best, that's all. Like in a lot of situations, that is all you can do with somebody. Shit do be helping.
I don't know. I ain't fluent in Spanish, so I can't really have a heart-to-heart conversation with him.
Why she run like that?
It's anime.
Shit was terrible.
90s anime at that.
She run like
or 2000s anime.
What's that? What are they named? That is their name that played the Flash. Whatever that. Run like him. That shit was terrible. All right, kids. Let's get some fucking sexy beats in this bitch. There we go. This is a remix of this song, but I remember when they was like, in undergrad, like niggas knew Pretty Wings word for word, and like it didn't dawn on me till like was like out of school. Actually, I was saying, get the fuck out of there, man. We like let her go. Said throw it out. That shit was we was just like, he back. Amazing. Never paid attention until I was a grown up that he was saying, hey man, like get out of Dodge.
Yeah. You better off.
Save yourself.
You better off. You don't have to be here.
Save yourself. Like you gotta listen to these lyrics. I had to flee. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. I had to set you free. Yeah, you get the fuck up out of here. Sound good. I need to set you free. Yeah. That's it, man. Y'all listen, and if it applies, man, get out of there, champ. I want you to be free. Be healthy. I don't know, spin the block later if you can, but, if you should, don't.
Boundaries. It gives you wings. You will be set free from exercising boundaries.
Bye.
We turn that into a shirt.